Hello everyone, Krydax here. Welcome back to our Pure Angels playthrough. In our last episode, we got all of our mining set up in the train network, and they are hard at work, as you can see, getting ores for our use. And those all go to the crushing station right here, which crushes everything, gets rid of the crushed stone, and apparently some brubite, which is not supposed to be happening. I'll have to investigate that. And then we have all 6 ores ready to go for catalyst sorting. So that's what we're going to do first, after we figure out whatever the rubite problem is, and we are going to need to craft a lot of buildings for this. I'm actually a bit concerned that we're not going to have enough. I'm going to go grab some more green circuits while I'm on this side of town, and we will see what the situation is with all of this. I'm hoping we can get most of it. I already have the 3 hydro plants. I think I already did. Did I already do this? Yeah. Okay, we already got chem plants. We got liquefiers. So filtration units is the next big one. And that needs the production block 2s. Okay, yeah, that's right. I was forgetting where we had left off. And production block 2s need mechanical parts, motor 2s, and E2s. So I'm going to need another thingy-majigger. That's 9 per minute, and a filtration unit requires 3. So I need a little bit more than 1 and 3 a minute. Go a little faster here. Okay, so for all of these, 25 times, times 7. So 175. That's about right for construction blocks. We need 125 electronics block 2. Wow, that's almost exactly half. Okay, 125. Bam. And that should get all the numbers exactly right. So now I can just throw fluids in there, and then we need... Oops, what am I doing? I need to be making P2s. Wow. Well, let's take half a step back here and actually make the production block 2s that I need to make the filtration units that I want to make. So these guys require clay bricks. Also, how many did we need? 3 times 25, 75? So each of these needs to make 15. So definitely have enough clay bricks. Motor 2s, I believe that's enough. Mechanical parts, I don't have on me. I'm going to need 75 E2s. Need some more green circuits for those. And then finally, some P1s. We've got plenty of that. I need to go grab some mech parts, as I call them. Sounds way cooler. And, where are those? While I'm here, I will resubscribe to all of my favorite blocks here. Oh, also that reminds me, someone mentioned on YouTube that I don't mention this often enough, and I think they're probably right. There is a subscribe button on YouTube. I'm not going to tell you what to do with it, because that would be silly of me to try to tell you what to do. But I just want to remind you it's there for subscribing to the channels that you like and love most, whatever that may be. And there's also a Twitch that Krydax hosts videos on, as you know by the comments that show up on the left. And there's also a Patreon if you want to support me or something like that. But those are all options and choices that I will leave up to you. I will never tell you what to do with your time or money or energy. But I also appreciate all of the love and comments and lurking and watching that you all do. So thank you very much for being a viewer. And I think that's the end of my reminder. So we need mechanical parts, and I went and grabbed everything other than mechanical parts, I think. Although to some level, I didn't forget, I just don't remember where they are. Do I even have a box for mechanical parts? I swear I did. I just don't remember where I put it. There's so many mechanical part makers over here, and yet not a single box full. Where are you? Let's minimize that. thought I put one somewhere in this region. Maybe it was for the C-frames. Because it sure ain't looking like I have that set up anywhere, is it? I have miners set up. We have lots of mechanical parts here, so I should probably just do a split off of this. And then, you know, something like this. I don't know why I'm building in map mode when I'm like 3 feet away. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Because this is a lot of crafting machines. And a lot of crafting machines that aren't running also. That's a bit of a problem. What's going on here? Seem to have made some sort of drastic mistake here. What is going on? What is this inserter even doing? No idea what that was. But I definitely screwed up this belt with it. So I don't know what that was about. But I believe we are probably fixed at this point. Yeah, it looks like that's all gears. Okay. Alright, well now those are all running again. That makes me feel a little better. And we can grab some mechanical parts. Head back over to the production blocks. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, so that's just for the filtration units. Now we have to look at crystallizers as well. I should have probably looked at both at the same time. Yeah, a little too late for that now, isn't it, Mr. Krydax? So, I'm clicking on things randomly again. Gosh, I hate when I do that. I don't know how to stop. It's pretty much the same thing, so I'm going to need some more production block 2s, fluid blocks, C block 2s, a few more E block 2s. So hopefully we have enough going here that we can get everything we need. I said I needed 15. That's going to make 18 each. That's going to be an excess of 15, which is enough for 5 crystallizers, so not quite enough. I need a few more of these green E blocks. I'll do 3 more in each. And then I think that should get me what I need. And we can go ahead and throw the P2s in here, get some filtration units going. I can just handcraft these. I don't really know why I'm doing it that way. Okay, so I need 5 more. And then we will need some crystallizers. And I'm going to wait on these ore sorting facility 2s. We're going to build this, as we already determined, with ore sorting facility 1s, and then we'll upgrade everything after the fact. So, I do have 40... Oop, I just hit the wrong button. I do have 49, is that right? 39. 1, 2, 3. So, okay. Yep, that's 39. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. So, 5 more filtration units. A crystallizer number 1. And numbers 2 through 5. And number 6. And finally, number 7. Perfect. Okay. So now we have all those materials. Do I need to get rid of any of them? Probably don't need to be holding 4. I can build 1 more building if I have to. That may come in handy. Sweet, sweet. Okay, so a couple interesting notes here. We are going to want to use slag for this, if at all possible. So later on, when anything produces slag, we're going to want to send it here, because we can use slag and sulfuric acid to make the slag slurry. In terms of liquid amounts, we are fine to use 1 pipe. Usually pipes can handle about 1,000 per second as long as you don't have too many pipe segments. And if you really, really need them to, you can get them to handle 1200. You just have to use a lot more pipes for that. And I'm trying to think if there's any other pieces we need to be careful about. I am going to need to generate this oxygen. And we'll do that with the air separation, which I guess is going to require a pretty significant chunk of air filters. Without speed modules and without air filters tier 2, they kind of get big. So, where are they? Yeah, I can build plenty with what I have. Plenty of liquefiers and chemical plants. So I shouldn't have to worry about that. All right, let's go for it. So we're going to head over and we are going to start building all of this in this chunk, which may or may not have a train station in it. Because then all these ores... Should I... see, this is where I'm going to actually have to make some decisions, which I hate. Do I want to put ores on trains, ingots on trains... Probably not liquids on trains, because that's kind of weird to move liquids around. Or only plates on trains. Oh, and I wanted to fix... Wait, where's the rubite going? How did this get here? That's very much not good. So let's find out what the situation is here. So with rubite, I believe it all goes onto that belt. And then that goes here. And then that merges in. Yeah, that is a problem. What happened here? What on earth? Oh, I just mixed up the belts here. This is crushed stone. Wait a second. I thought this was crotinium. Wait, is that crotinium? Oh gosh. I can't tell the difference. Wait, that is crotinium. Oh gosh. Wait, is it? No, it's not. That's crushed stone. What is going on? Blacklist, crushed stone. Oh, that is crotinium. Okay, never mind. The crushed stone goes on the far belt. I was just remembering my inserters wrong. Gosh, that scared me. Okay, so then what is happening with Givolite? Oh, there's something weird here with undergrounds. I broke something. Okay, so the crushed stone... Oh, this is going on to that half of the belt. Interesting. So this has to be up there. Yeah, what even was happening there? Crushed stone... We were doing 2 crushed stones together, because 2 of these together can make at most 30, so that was correct. But then... So this one's mixing with the bobmonium one. So the bobmonium one's here. And that can just mix with the crushed stone from this. Okay. That should fix it. Yeah, I don't know what exactly was going on there. But I did not pay attention to the half belts going into half undergrounds. So this should all be okay. Wow. And have a lone belt that we can get rid of. I should have grabbed some more belts. Now that I look at my belt amount, I see that we will run out. And we can't fully span the middle anyway, so I'll go to the middle and give it 2 squares of breathing room. It's kind of bothersome. I'll just place them manually. It's only 6. Okay, and then we need to figure out what to do from here. We've got oil I need to be careful of. So let's... yeah, oil's important. Not yet. Haven't needed any oil, but let's kind of mark these out with pipes. Is that all of them, or are there some hiding in the trees? I feel like shadows hide the oil wells really well. According to map view, it is impossible to tell with the purple icon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Got it. And we will need to design the sulfuric acid kind of recycler here, because we get sulfuric wastewater and then we recycle that back. So this whole thing is a closed loop system with a little bit of extra. And then there's the sorting, which happens with the catalyst, and that provides the 4 ores. The 4 ores of the apocalypse. So now we have to decide, are we going to put ores on trains? Are we going to process it right there? Given the number of places you need ores, I think I might put them on trains. Because we're going to need catalysts, which need ores. We're going to need to process stuff. We're going to have random things like cement or ferric chloride. There's also cupric chloride, I believe. So, like, I think I'm going to want to put these different ores just on. But, like, tin ore only goes to tin ingots. And so tin doesn't really need to go on a train. Maybe I'll only put certain ores on trains, the ones that actually have usages. Because, so maybe I'll do the ore creation in this block, and then I'll do smelting here. And then hydro refining will be up here. And then the catalyst for that stuff will go up here, and we can kind of just use this little area for all of our ores and metals. Ugh, it's kind of risky, but putting ores on trains feels wasteful. Because I'm just going to move them to another block nearby and unload it and turn it into iron plates. So, as far as I know, it's mostly just the iron and copper that have the extra usages, and then the other ones just go into catalysts. So like gold and titanium go into a catalyst, but that's the only other thing gold does. And then I want to say, is it silver? Yeah, silver and aluminum go into the green catalyst. And there might be a 4th catalyst, I can't remember. But if there is, I don't know about it. And then lead is interesting because we do get some sulfur dioxide from making lead ingots, which could help with the sulfuric acid we need for batteries, but I don't think it's enough. That would only get us 40 sulfuric acid, which is only 20 battery electrolytes. So that's enough for 2 batteries. 24 lead plates. What was our ratio? 6 lead plates a battery. So we get half of the sulfuric we would need from the lead making, which is not enough. We can always supplement this if we want to, though. That'll save us some coke byproduct. And we should use this coke byproduct wherever we can. Alright, enough dilly-dallying. Let's get to work. The sorting, I believe... Oh gosh, 15 of these, though. That's a pretty big... Let's position these before we do anything else. And that oil is going to be in the way. So 15 is a lot. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, wow. That's only 13 right there. Crap. So I think I'm going to do rows of 8. And we'll just have 2 for the iron. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. I want to be fairly far to the left here. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that'll be my 8. Is that enough? No, we need a little more wiggle room for belt spaghetti back there. So we'll go over here. Okay, so that's 8. And then for each one of them, they need catalysts, and then they need 2 types of crushed. This one's going to need 2 full belts plus a belt of catalyst. So we can always do this to reach all 3 belts. Okay, so that'll be iron. And everything is in... Oh, wait, nope. We didn't have the iron output on that, did we? I do think I'll be able to just manage with that type of doodad. So that should be okay. So that's internal. And then we've got 3 more sets. I do want to share... Where possible, I want to share the mineral catalyst, so that can be mineral catalysts. And then we'll have the particular belt of input stuff. These will be half and half. And then the output belt can be here, maybe. And then that way I can do that. And copy 1 space away. Okay, so this will be internal. And then we'll have 1 more. Let's put there. Okay. So that'll get that going. Now, mineral catalysts. Am I missing one? Oh. Those are 7.5, so this doesn't add it up properly. It doesn't round each of them up like it should. That's good to remember. For what it's worth. Okay. So we need a heck of a lot of filtration units. And then 7 making catalysts. I kind of want those to be, I don't know, like maybe up here even. Try to use this space for something. Because these crushed ores, let me just double check. I don't think they ever go anywhere else, right? The only other thing is the cupric and the ferrous mixture. I don't think these go anywhere else. The chunks, of course, but that is not what I'm thinking about here. So yeah, those ores are never going to need to come down here, so I can put the crystallizers kind of in the way, so to speak. Thinking we'll do pipe connections, like so. And then that'll be our 7. In the interest of a nice, beautiful belt flowing up through the middle, I think I will use more of the underground belts. Put a top on it. So that's all connected. I haven't started belting things yet, I guess, but we can. Out, 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 out. Power pole. Like that. Okay. So everything up here is checked off. I have not belted all that. We'll deal with that later. Okay, 25 filtration units with a loopy of filter frames. And that's always fun to figure out. So we got to start dropping those down. Filtration units. Okay. Sorry, my brain's just trying to figure out what we're going to do here. 25. That's really like 12. I'm gonna do sets of 2. Probably like that. We can pretty easily connect everything up. I'll have to use more red undergrounds, but this saves me a whole tile of height, so it feels worth it. So that right there is 8, so we're going to need 3 of those chunks plus 1 more. Oh, and then the outputs, right. So I'm going to go need, I'm going to need to go get 1,000,000 pipes here. 1,000,000 of these 2-to-1 perpendiculars. And then what we'll do, because the overall flow rate on filters is only 9, and so I will have some sort of belt deal here. They will intake filters, and then they will output onto said belt, and they will output onto the bottom side the used filters. So used filters will go on the bottom side of the belt. And then we need to set up the same thing here. And that will drop up, but on the bottom side. Flip that. And then we need an input. There. And there. Hey Brandon, welcome on in. Glad to have you. But feel free to go play your own Factorio game as well. It's very important. And then I believe 2 power poles gets the whole setup powered. Okay. So that... Oh, whoop. Nope. Just kidding. Gotta flip that. By doing blueprint flip and turn, so it'll actually do it the way I want it to. Because blueprint flip and turn lets me. Gosh dang it. Whereas Factorio says no. Like an annoying parent that's like, hey, you're not allowed to do this, even though it would actually be a really good thing to let your children run around and experiment a little bit sometimes. Alright, and I am going to need one more, which I'm going to have to just manually figure out the belting for this. What the heck did I do? Hold on. Nanobots, help me out here. This is why I have you. I screwed something up. Thought I did this right. Clearly not. Oh, I copied the single setup twice instead of the double setup once. Oh no, you're on a laptop with one screen. Choices had to be made. Well, I'm glad you're here. Okay, yeah. So we want to copy this block of 2. But I need to copy this guy over here. Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened in that whole rigmarole, but this should do it. We have an in and out on both. It's going all onto the same side of the belt. That goes there. That's a chunk of 2. That's correct with the undergrounds. And now we can paste this 2 more times. And that's 24. And then I just need a little bit more back here. And I guess I'll just have a shorter underground for that. And I'll make one more so that we have an even number. So that would bother me. That would bother me more than this. These are bigger and there's only 7 of them. With this, it's like a huge block. Although I think someone was complaining... Where was it? Someone was complaining about the non-evenness of something else I did. And I told them they could deal with it. Oh yeah, it was this one. The brown algae. Someone was not happy about that. Good times. Okay, so we've got all the filtration units. We will have to go and get a bunch of pipes, but we're not going to do that at this exact moment. And now we're going to set up the liquefiers, which make the sludge, or whatever it's called, slag slurry. And the important part here is that we actually have... We're going to need to import a bunch of stone for that, like an insane amount of stone for this, which will probably come from this block over here. And since I'm going to need an insane amount of stone for this, I'm going to put these over here. And there's also... Yeah, this is tricky. Because there's also going to be slag coming in if we have it. And that's going to make extra slag slurry to fill in the role of some crushed stone. So we're going to need some special circuit conditions on all that. Pretty sure slag doesn't do anything else useful. I guess we need some for concrete. But once we have extra, we can throw the rest at slag slurry. And you can see we get 50 slag slurry for 5 slag, or for 25 crushed stone, which is 5 times as much stone. So a slag is worth 5 crushed stone if you're using it in the slurry, which is a lot better. So what I'll do is we will place our station blueprint here. And this will be where the stone comes in. Oh. You know what, Brandon? Frames did just start getting dropped. So yes, my internet went bad. That's unfortunate. I may have to pause and restart. I'm so ready to be done with this current internet setup. Well, let me get this done real quick, and then I will pause and restart the internet. Unless it fixes itself. You gonna fix yourself, internet? It's looking good so far. There's 6 seconds of no dropped frames. I don't get it. I really don't. Also, I should probably, like, have this city block existing before I was trying to build things in it. Not that it's going to get used this second, but let's get that plopped down. So this will be where stone comes in. Alright, we're going to need more all kinds of stuff, but we can do a quick run around. How is it now, Brandon? I haven't dropped any frames in the last 30 seconds or so. So, is it doing a little better? Getting the stuff built. We're building all the stuff. Getting all the trains. All the trains. Feels so good to not have to design all this every time. Oh, and there go all my inserters. Rough. Alright. Carrying on, we shall do. So the cool thing about this system is that we will end up being able to get more sulfur out. And so that's nice. I'm not sure if we're going to output it as solid sulfur or as sulfuric acid or as sulfuric waste water, because you could kind of get the excess out at any point in the loop, which is kind of an interesting concept. So I'll have to decide which thing. Sulfur might make the most sense because it's a solid. And it also is used in a couple other things. Yeah, the vanilla recipe's gone. That doesn't exist anymore. But sulfuric acid is nice because it's kind of already processed, and that's used in a whole lot of stuff. And so outputting that as a liquid could be kind of nice because then I just have it. Try refreshing your page, Brandon. At this point, I'm not dropping any frames anymore, so if something's weird, it's on Twitch at this point, because we are at 0% dropped frames since I reset it a minute or two ago. All right. So that's all built. Good times, good times. So now trains can deliver crushed stone, so that's what that'll be for. Perfect. And then this right here is needing all, yeah, that's what we were doing. Right. Liquefiers. So the liquefiers need the sulfuric acid. Now, part of me wants to build them in this chunk, because liquefiers are pretty small. And I can always upgrade to tier 2 later. So I feel like making good use of this factory space. So that's what we're going to do. So the sulfuric is going to be coming down the middle. And we're going to need a lot of belts of stuff. So each one, thankfully there's no solid output. And so we're going to have like multiple belts of crushed stone. 230. What even is that divided by 30? That's a lot. That's 6, 7, 8. We're going to need 8. So that's bonkers. These two guys alone can handle basically one full red belt. And so this chunk will be 2 belts, because they can handle 50. And so I think I'm just going to design... Oh, you know what? Hold on. We need loaders for this. Kind of forgot about that. This needs to be designed with loaders in mind, because these need so much dang stone. You can also, you know, manage it with like a million inserters, basically like this and that. And I think that would get us to what, 7? That's like 8. That's about 16 then, 19. That's still, that's enough. So we could use intense amounts of inserters, or we could just use a loader. A loader's only 15 though, until we get the red loaders. Oh, 15's enough. Never mind. Just kidding. I was still thinking of 25, but that's for 2. Okay, so we'll just do 1 loader for each. And so then each belt will come in and do that. I think I still have enough room for, you know, extras on the outside here, but we're cutting it a little close. Cutting it a little close. So we'll do that. And now this design... Wait a second, does that work here still? I think it does. Because then this one can come in and go like that. Yeah. Okay. So then that's the design we want. So that was 8. This is 12. That would be 16. This is 20. Okay. And that can use up to 250 crushed stone per second. Absolutely bonkers. Woo! Okay, which is a belt for that, a belt for that, belt for this one, belt for this one. Did run out of room, because we still need a belt for this one. And I'm okay with that kind of being over here. Do need a space with 2 squares, though. We'll try to make this fairly clean. So this can kind of act like it's alongside those. Alright, so that's there. And then the other ones, same story. Now, I guess if we look at this, it's 125. So I guess we do need 5 belts. 4 belts isn't technically enough. Oh, you're so right. I could just put a belt between the splitters. That's glorious, actually. So, extra belt here. Belt numero 5. Oh, it's not quite long enough to skip over one. That's sad. But then we can do that. So that works. And we will need belts coming in from above of insane amounts of crushed stone. What's up, dudes? Welcome on in. We are definitely making some pasta right now. Let's copy this, flip it. It's there, that one goes there. And then I can get rid of this one. Good call, Brandon. Good call. Alright, so that's it. That can all go on one liquid belt, so that'll just combine here, and then we'll use the T-junction to spit it out and go across the way here. Somewhere over there. And we're going to need some power, and maybe a light or two. Because the mini loaders need power, that's kind of annoying. I can't just go up the middle here. So maybe... if I could position it in the middle, that would be nice, but there's no easy way to do that, given how I've blueprinted everything. So I think I will go here, kind of above the underground on every other. And I think that does it. Above the underground on every other. Yeah, you can't skip more than that. Okay. Not the worst, and then a light here or there. It's going to be nice. Goes down a bit. Alright, cool. So we just need 1 billion belts of crushed stone for that. Nice, nice. And that is going to be great. Let's get the belt set up from the train request here. So we are going to request on... Oh shoot, I forgot our system. What was it? So when we're actively providing stuff away, we have that combinator to turn on channel 2 if it has too much. So channel 2 is voiding. And then this is simply a higher priority on channel 1. Okay, so we just want to be on channel 1. Actually, this matters, and I need to be really careful of this. It needs to be on only channel 1. Because if it was on all the channels, then it would act like the voiding station, and this is not the voiding station. This is the using station. So that's very important. Stack threshold here, definitely 120. And then crushed stone, we're just going to request an insane amount, probably 240. I think is reasonable. And then turn this on with a chain limit of 3. Request priority, it should be normal. There we go. And we should see a delivery show up. So we gotta stay off the train tracks here. And then we need a lot of unloading. Wait, what the heck? Why do I do this to myself? I don't even know what I'm doing. That's supposed to be a this is the requester over here. Dear goodness me. That's fine, I guess. Sheesh. So this is what we wanted to do. Channel 1. Crushed stone. Negative 240. 120, 0, channel 1 on. Okay, there we go. This one is the one that's supposed to make the deliveries. And then this one, we are definitely going to need, whatchamacallits. Red mini loaders. But for now, we'll just need a bunch of stuff like this. So that's a single red belt. That's 2 red belts, 3 red belts, 4 and 5 red belts are all we can get out of this currently. I could do a tiny bit more if I really, really, really wanted to, but this should be fine. I'm not going to need the full rate. Okay. So there we go. There's 5 belts, and those will just come over. This is a lot of belts. Wait, that's wrong. This way. The other interesting thing is so 10 belts makes 300, but this is only 250, so we can get by with only 9 belts worth. But then I would need to use a bunch of splitters. And I feel like it's actually easier to just make the 10 belts already instead of that. Rather than trying to do like, oh, we actually don't need quite a full belt for every 10, you know, because each belt basically only needs 25 per second. But then, like, if we're missing a belt, they all have to merge into each other with, like, output priorities to the left and all that. Which I guess wouldn't be too bad, because it would just be one of these. I'm pretty sure this is how it would work. And so, let's see, would this work properly? So if we do output priority left for all of these, then they essentially, and this wouldn't even, this wouldn't even be a belt here. So what would happen? So this one would give everything to the left, but then it would have a little bit of extra that it would give here. And so this one then would give more to the one on the right. Yeah, and they would each give more and more to the one on the right until we get to this one, which essentially already has a full belt coming in from the right half of this. And so it sends pretty much a full belt out to the right. No, I think I did this backwards, actually. Yeah, I did this wrong. I think it would need to go the other way. Well, now I'm just curious. Hold on. Curiosity, as always, kills the cat. Kills the Krydax. So now I want to know, because that definitely wouldn't have worked, what I just tried. So is this one going to work? Oh, but there's no 10th one. I think this one would work. So if we do output priority right all the way down here, I think this would work. Because now this belt, which is full, remember, these are all full 30s, is going to go all the way to the right, so that'll get everything at once. And then once it starts backing up and has some extras, hey, I see a train. Yep, that's exactly what I was scared of. Here, let me try to fix that real quick. Because that's exactly what was not supposed to happen there. And the inserters were not even facing the right direction, so that helps a little bit, I think. Also, why are there no trains found in depots? That's a bit of a problem. Oh, they're just doing the loading thing. Maybe this one should have a train limit. It doesn't have a train limit currently. I think that's part of the problem. That should have a train limit of 1, maybe 2. Okay, so back to this. Anyway, this gives everything to the right, a little bit spare to the left. This one would fill up the right, but the spare from this one and the spare from this one both will go to the left here. And so then you're giving more and more spare stuff until there is enough spare stuff to fill all of this belt by itself, and then this belt will have to go. Okay, yeah. This is the way we want to set up. Yeah, I'll just leave that. I guess it's probably better for UPS to have 10 belts than 9 splitters. But here we are. We discovered the truth either way. And yeah, we're going to have to figure out the logistics here of 9 outputs. when we don't have 9 at the moment, but for now, we will just do what we can. And we're doing it with blueprints, because apparently we ran out of everything. So then this goes here, and then that's gonna go all the way there. The other nice thing is about this is when you start putting stuff in the top lines, it does propagate to every single one, and so that's kind of nice. So it'll back up everything, even without these bottom belts having anything on them yet. Coolio, okay. Crushed stone, we just need more belts. And then we will have our stone, but we still need the sulfuric acid, so we'll set that up in a minute. And then, oh yeah, I removed my T junction. I need to put that back somewhere, maybe here. Okay. So that is the liquid, and that is the slag slurry that's going to have to come up to these guys, which is the input. So that's here. We will take it parallel to the train track. Actually, I will take it inside the train tracks, because that's the least likely place I'm ever going to build things. And so if I'm going to transport liquids in a pipeline, I'm going to do it in the inside of these rails. And because a fluid over a long distance is far more feasible than a solid. It's way easier to place these like 2 or 3 city blocks of length. I don't mind that. It's a belt that I wouldn't want to do over the direction of multiple city blocks. Okay, so slag slurry is sort of taken care of. Let's work on these other watery things real quick, and then we'll go get some more resources. And we'll probably have to call it an episode at that point, because we are basically just designing here. We can make a fairly sizable sulfuric acid factory that can provide sulfuric to far more than just this. So I may figure out how to do that. You know, just make this 5 instead of 3. And then this one, same idea. So we need 2, 2. I can actually do it like this. And this one you need about, what is that, 4 to 2.5? So that's 8 to 5. Roughly. 4 to 2.6 means, yeah, so this will be correct. What we can do is this. So we hook all that up, and then we hook these up, and then because of the glory of the advanced fluid handling, we can do the purified water there. And then get that copied, so we've got those undergrounds. The other thing I could do is actually save more pipe segments if we care about UPS, which I really don't, but it's an option. Is do the ones that go forwards and backwards, though I don't. That is the sad part, is you can't change the way they face as a ghost. So that'll go forwards and backwards, connect to each, and then we only have 1 more segment instead of 2 in between each. And then these 3 can connect like normal. And then we're gonna have 3 of these, but I was kind of doubling everything, so we'll have 6. They do have 2 outputs. 1. Yeah. 1, 2. We'll make those pretty big. They have a solid output as well. We need to move that back a square to deal with the solids. The waste is here. We really need more pipes. And then we'll copy that. We also get a decent amount of mineralized water out of this, which, what can we do with that? We can't get the stone out of it, can we? No. It is used to make the mineral sludge out of crystal slurry, though. Wait, what? Why would we ever do that? I guess if you have a lot of crystal slurry, it's easier to make the mineralized water than all of the slag slurry, maybe? Yeah, maybe that's the idea. I don't totally understand why that one exists. Well, maybe I do. I don't know. Now we have the weirdness of... kind of want to loop, almost. Here, maybe we'll do shorter inserters. Just with... something like that. And then we can turn it around on the back end. There's really no reason, though, that I'm doing that on that edge. I could do it right there. And then this turns around and goes past all the ones that need the sulfur. Get that placed. I hope the rates work for that. 3.5 to... yeah, that's definitely fine. 1.5 a building. This is 0.875 a building, so that's all good. Okay. Cool, cool. And now I need to take one more look at the filters. I said they're coming in here. The top is the filters that have... those will be short. The top is going to be the new filters, and then the bottom is going to be the spent filters coming out. So then we need to take that bottom piece, which is going to be here, and we need to send it all the way back to get recycled. So we'll just go past these buildings, and then this gets recycled, and then coal has to come in from somewhere and get grabbed as well. Okay, and that's that step. And then finally, we need our 13 air filters and 5 chem plants. Oh, I needed a few more than 5, apparently. And then that will get us all the oxygen we need. Given where everything is, I'm just going to put these behind filters. Hey, have fun with Minecraft, dudes. Always a good time. Is that it? Oh, look at that. That, my friends, is satisfaction in the purest form. They are exactly the same width. They look bigger. They're exactly the same width, and I needed exactly that amount. It's a very odd number to need, and yet it worked out perfectly with half of my filtration units. That's just chef's kiss. Oh, I'm referencing Minecraft. I don't even remember what I said at this point. Sorry. I have already forgotten what I said that was a Minecraft reference. Alright, so the oxygen, pretty simple. We're just going to hook these up. And then the oxygen will connect nicely like that. So we'll let it. And then the nitrogen we will need to get rid of with flare stacks. You do need lots of nitrogen later for certain things, but it is not worth trying to deal with the pain of saving all your nitrogen. It's just not worth it. So then that'll be nitrogen output. I think we need 2 of these, actually. So there we go. And we're going to have to do a lot of work connecting all these things and dealing with all of these things. But we at least have the framework of the build set up. So I'm going to call it a video there. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next episode.